Your PS5 doesn't turn on. You press the power button, maybe you hear a single beep, maybe two beeps, or sometimes nothing at all. No light, no display, no response. And the first thought that comes to your mind is my PS5 dead? But here's the truth. In most cases, your PS5 is not dead. It's protecting itself. This is one of the most common issues technicians see. A PlayStation 5 that won't power on, only beeps, or turns off immediately after starting. Sometimes it looks completely lifeless. Other times, the blue light flashes for 1 second and disappears. And sometimes the console beeps, but nothing shows on the screen. These symptoms can be caused by software crashes, power supply faults, HDMI port shorts, overheating protection, or internal board-level failures. The problem is most users panic and immediately assume the motherboard is gone. That's not always true, and replacing a motherboard is expensive and often unnecessary. In this video, you will learn how to diagnose this problem like a technician. Not with guesswork, not with random YouTube tricks, but with a real step-by-step diagnostic process. We'll start from the safest and easiest checks, the ones you can do at home, and gradually move toward advanced hardware-level causes. You'll learn how to tell the difference between a software crash and a power supply failure. You'll learn how to identify whether the issue is coming from the HDMI port, the power circuit, or internal protection systems. Welcome to Tech Vibes, a channel built on real-world troubleshooting, real repairs, and real technician logic. Before touching any cable, button, or tool, a technician first studies the symptoms. Not just what you see, but how the PS5 behaves when you press the power button. Let's break down the most common power-related symptoms. First, no beep, no light, no response. This usually points to no standby power, power supply failure, or a damaged port. Second, one beep, then nothing. A single beep means the PS5 tries to start, but immediately shuts down. This often indicates an internal short circuit or power supply protection. Third, two beeps, then shut down. This usually indicates a software crash, failed system startup, or corrupted firmware. This behavior often still allows access to safe mode. Before assuming any internal failure, technicians always start with the simplest checks. External power. Let's go step by step. First, test the wall socket. Plug another device, such as a phone charger or lamp, into the same wall outlet. If it doesn't work, the outlet may be faulty. Next, inspect and replace the power cable. Power cables fail more often than people realize. Internal wire breaks, loose connectors, or heat damage can interrupt power flow. Bypass surge protectors and UPS units. Surge protectors can fail internally. For testing, always plug the PS5 directly into the wall socket. Inspect the power port. Look for dust buildup, bent contacts, or burn marks. Do not insert metal objects. Only inspect visually. Perform a power drain reset. Unplug the PS5, remove all cables, and hold the power button for 30 seconds. This clears residual electrical charge and resets internal protection circuits. Try turning on without HDMI connected. If the console stays on without HDMI but shuts down when connected, this strongly suggests HDMI port damage or a short. Now let's move to software-based fixes. Many users are shocked to learn this, but software crashes can completely mimic hardware failure. First, try to enter safe mode. Ensure the PS5 is off, then press and hold the power button until you hear a second beep. Connect your controller via USB. If you can access safe mode, your PS5 is not dead. Options like Restart PS5 or Update System Software can fix temporary crashes. Option 5, Clear Cache and Rebuild Database is critical. It repairs corrupted system files without deleting your games. This fixes many boot issues. If safe mode fails, you may need to reinstall system software using a USB drive. This process repairs corrupted firmware that blocks startup. Next, let's look at HDMI-related issues. Many PS5 owners believe their console is dead when the issue is actually with the HDMI port or display signal. Symptoms include the console powering on with no display, or the blue light flashing briefly before shutdown. A short in the HDMI port can trigger protection circuits. Test a different HDMI cable and a different TV. Even if your cable looks fine, internal wire breaks can cause shorts. Also, try booting without HDMI connected. Inside, the HDMI port connects to a small IC. If this chip fails, the console may shut down immediately to prevent damage. This mimics a dead power supply. Now let's explore overheating and dust. The PS5 has safety features to prevent heat damage, but dust and blocked airflow can trigger shutdowns. Dust collects over time, clogging vents. This reduces airflow. Even a small layer of dust can raise temperatures enough to trigger an immediate protective shutdown. Degraded thermal paste or liquid metal can also be the cause. Over time, heat transfer efficiency drops, causing the main chip to overheat instantly. Check if the fan is spinning. A failed or jammed fan will cause sensors to shut down the console to save the processor. Before opening your PS5, check intake vents for dust and ensure the console has 4 to 6 inches of clearance for airflow. Proper maintenance prevents false failure diagnoses. Sometimes, after checking everything else, the PS5 still refuses to turn on. At this stage, the problem is often internal hardware failure. First, the power supply unit. If the PSU fails, no standby power reaches the system. Technicians check PSU outputs with a multimeter to confirm voltage levels. Motherboard short circuits can happen due to defects or overvoltage. Symptoms include beeps on startup followed by immediate shutdown or no light at all. Liquid damage is also a killer. Spills or condensation create corrosion. Technicians perform ultrasonic cleaning and component-level replacement if required. Now this is crucial, what not to do. Many common mistakes turn a repairable console into an irreparable one. Don't open the console if it's under warranty. Opening it voids your support. If you have coverage, contact Sony first. Don't use a heat gun to reflow the board at home. DIY reflow is risky and can permanently damage ICs and solder pads. Leave this to professionals. Don't press the power button repeatedly. Rapid pressing can confuse protection circuits. Always press once, wait 15 seconds, and observe. By avoiding these mistakes, you save money and prevent permanent damage. Next, we'll look at the professional diagnostic flow to pinpoint the exact issue. Finally, let's bring it all together with the technician's diagnostic flow. This is the step-by-step logic professionals use to avoid guesswork. Step 1, external power. Step 2, symptom analysis. Step 3, software recovery. Step 4, HDMI isolation. Step 5, thermal inspection. Only then do we check internal hardware. Let's look at real-world cases. Case 1, PSU failure after a storm. The console showed no lights. Diagnosis, surge damage. Repair, replacing the PSU restored it. Lesson: power surges can silently damage the PSU without harming other components. Always test power first. Case 2, HDMI IC short. PS5 beeped once and died. Diagnosis: short found on HDMI line. Repair: professional reflow and IC replacement fixed it. Case 3, dust overheating. System shut down after minutes. Diagnosis: blocked heatsink. Repair: deep cleaning and thermal paste replacement. Remember, a PS5 that won't turn on is often not dead. Start simple, check software, inspect ports, and clean dust before assuming the worst. If you found this guide helpful, like and subscribe to Tech Vibes for more tips. Diagnose first, fix safely, and never guess blindly. Thanks for watching.